We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday. 5 days away from the Breeders' Cup 2-day championship. By the time we get to this spot next Saturday, we'll be talking about all of the great stars of the futures that happened in the Breeders' Cup. On that Friday, we'll be talking about our Thursday special show that we have here coming from the YouTube South Point Studios network at YouTube, the Thursday night one that features all of our handicappers. And we'll be talking about the Friday night seminar that we had at the Grandview Lounge here at the South Point next to the racebook. And then, of course, it's time for the big, big day of racing, the big championship day of racing, which is 1 week from today. So remember all of that. By the time we get to this spot next week, we will have our special show done on Thursday. We will have the first round of the Breeders' Cup with the 2-year-olds, and we had our seminar in the Grandview Lounge. And the only thing left by this time next week is to get up to the Grand Ballroom and have that great big viewing party. So we'll let you know a little bit about that later on. But for now, that's the way it is. And of course, we are expecting a lot of workouts today. And we had quite a few workouts yesterday as well, as far as Breeders' Cup horses were concerned. Let's see, I'm going to take a look at this. Antiquarian worked at Saratoga, 48.67. Fierceness worked at Saratoga yesterday, 4 furlongs and 48 seconds flat. You had Hope Road, went 5 furlongs and 57.80. Imagination, which is going in the sprint. I think that's Bob Baffert's horse. Imagination, 5 furlongs and 57 and 4/5 seconds as well. Let's see. Intrepido, going in the juvenile, 5 furlongs and 104 flat. That was just a maintenance, I'm sure. Mindframe worked at Saratoga. He went 4 furlongs and 49.88 1/100ths. She Feels Pretty. That's going to be, I would imagine, one of the favorites for the Filly Mare Turf. Worked at Keeneland in 48 and 2/5 seconds. Ted Nafi, got to be one of the big favorites on the docket on Friday. Ted Nafi going for the juvenile. Worked at Saratoga, 4 furlongs and 49.19 100 seconds. And Tommy Joe, who is going to be one of the favorites, I believe, in the juvenile fillies, worked also at Saratoga in 47.88 100ths. And that is just the start, because you know that there's going to be a lot more workouts this morning, both at Del Mar and around the country, of the horses that are going for the Breeders' Cup this weekend. And, of course, I should say this coming weekend after this weekend. And, of course, they'll be heading their way. The ones that are were at Saratoga, I'm sure they're heading their way to Southern California, to Del Mar already. And everything is getting set and ready to go. Now, we should get some thoughts. We should get some information about some of the workouts that happened earlier this morning at Del Mar when we get John Lindo on, because we have our handicappers with us. John Lindo, of course, Jonathan Hardoon, Rich Yang, and Jerry J with us. And our handicappers did great yesterday. Jonathan Hardoon and Rich Yang swept with both of their picks yesterday. And the Siraco play got there. John Lindo's horse in the Siraco play ran second to Richie's. That Siraco play, the $1 exacta paid $52 and change. Nice hit there for the Siraco play. And, of course, we'll have our handicappers. I hope we get that mojo going now, going up to next week. Build up that Breeders' Cup bankroll this weekend and then shove it in next weekend to the Breeders' Cup. Want to just, welcome all of the folks watching us on our YouTube streaming network, the South Point streaming network on YouTube from this complex, the South Point Hotel Casino here in Las Vegas, on Las Vegas Boulevard. And, of course, everybody listening to us on our local anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. And, of course, all the other platforms, our websites, all of the apps you can get for your phones, your iPhone, Android, and Google phone, and, of course, podcasting, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Show, and isn't it getting exciting now? Oh, boy, it's getting exciting, that's for sure, looking ahead to the Breeders' Cup. I have a big news item that I'm going to get to that we've been really on for quite a while here on the Race Day Show, but I'm going to wait until I bring in Jonathan Hardoon to talk about it. But you're going to want to stay tuned for that, that's for sure. And, of course, want to remind everybody, as far as Breeders' Cup, now we have to kind of get up to snuff on all the European horses coming over, because they really are, the European horses are really not so much dominant, but certainly big factors in all of the turf races that happen for Breeders' Cup for the 2 days. Now, Aidan O'Brien, who is one of the most potent Breeders' Cup European trainers, is bringing 8 horses over for the Breeders' Cup competition. So we got to take a look. We got to get ourselves up to snuff on the Europeans like Aidan O'Brien, that's for sure. And, of course, today is closing day at Keeneland. All the money goes out the door today at Keeneland. It is closing day. Mandatory payoffs and everything right out the door. Tomorrow will be opening day at Churchill Downs, and tomorrow's Churchill Downs card will feature what they call the Stars of the Future, all races for 2-year-olds tomorrow at Churchill Downs. And of course, they will have a ceremony for Horse of the Year and retired Torpedo Anna at Churchill tomorrow as well. And it's also a closing day tomorrow at Santa Anita. And everything will go out the door at Santa Anita as well tomorrow. And then we'll head on down to Del Mar for the big sweep up into the Breeders' Cup next weekend. Just talking about a little bit of that. A couple of quick notes. Vic Stauffer, who used to be the track announcer at Oaklawn, Hollywood Park, and a lot of other racetracks, I think in Gulfstream Park, he will be calling the races at Turfway Park. All right, he'll be calling the races at, I'm sorry, not Turfway, Turf Paradise. Calling the races at Turf Paradise in Phoenix, Arizona. Don't want to take the job away from the guy at Turfway Park. He's doing a great job. But Vic Stauffer will be calling the races at Turf Paradise in Arizona, and that meet starts in November the 10th, as a matter of fact. And they're doing it again. They're trying hard. They're doing it again. They got a group together that's going to try to get some racing up in Northern California at the Northern California Racing Fairs. So we'll keep an eye on that. But they're trying again. They got that running that up the flagpole again, and we'll wait and see for sure. Talking about Turfway Park and my faux pas, just want to remind everybody, Turfway Park, when they start their racing, right after Churchill's next meet through the winter, Turfway Park is going to have a special synthetic track championship series. This is a championship for all the horses that like to ride on those synthetic racetracks, of course, which Turfway Park is. Okay? So just some of the headlines there, but we got to get started because we got a lot to do on our show. First of all, taking a look at the weather around the country. A lot of action going up in the Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Northern California, northern parts of Nevada. They got a front going through there. The only nucleus of any real rain, etc., is centered around Oklahoma and Nebraska, and you've got Missouri in there and parts of Louisiana. So we'll wait and see if that affects any of the racetracks around there. As far as the East Coast is concerned, looks pretty clear and great there at the East Coast, that's for sure. Right now here in Las Vegas, we're at 57 degrees, nice crisp 57 degrees out there. Miami is 84 with a chance of rain. You got New York, sunny, 62. Chicago, overcast, 55. Southern California, where Santa Anita's at, a little overcast, but the sun will be breaking through. 75 degrees, perfect day out there in Southern California. And in Phoenix, Arizona, 87. Hot spot in the nation again. It seems this is the new hot spot in the nation. Brownsville, Texas, 94 degrees going to be today at that very tip of Texas on the border of Mexico. And, of course, here in Las Vegas, we'll top out at about 85 degrees today. Always fast, firm, and perfect, as you know, in the race book. All right, we got to get started with our handicappers. And just before we do that, let's wrap up what happened yesterday. Yesterday, Keeneland in the first race, the Asmusens got together again. Keith won for Dad Steve, paying $5.50. Kenny McPeak got his first win of the day with Emmanuel Escobar in the second race, paying $26.56. Jose Ortiz got his first win of the day yesterday at Keeneland on an Ethan West trainee, paying $5.26. Tyler Gaffleone got his first win of the day in the fourth race for Brendan Walsh. This team has really been doing well. I mean, they are just kicking some you-know-what at Keeneland right now. They got together and won the fourth race, a maiden claiming race for 2-year-olds, paying $17.24. And then, of course, the fifth race was the Siraco play, where Rich Ang gave us Counterintuitive, who won that fifth race on the turf rather easily, I might add, under Flavian Pratt for Chad Brown, paying $10.68. And then Temporare finished second at odds of 10-1, and he was second easily. So these two just went down the stretch, first and second easily, with no worries about them getting nailed by any horses. It was a beautiful Siraco play. John Lendo's horse that finished second. And so the dollar exacta Siraco play paid $52.40. Thank you very much, handicappers. All right, then we go to the Myrtlewood. That's was the sixth race on the card for 2-year-olds. The winner of that race was a fine Chardonnay A Fine Chardonnay gave Tyler Gaffalione his second win of the day for Ian Wilkes, paying $6.26, outrunning On Time Girl and Woodstock, who finished third. And then in the seventh race, Flavien Prat gets his second win for Brad Cox at $22.38. Eighth race, Irad Ortiz Jr. gave Kenny McPeak his second win of the day, paying $9.46. And then in the featured Valley View, the $400,000 Valley View at a mile on the turf, Admit came roaring down the stretch and pulled away to win under John Velasquez. Admit, for trainer Tom Drury Jr., paid $20.60, outrunning Classic Q and Something About, finishing third in that race. John Velasquez having a huge meet at Keeneland. With that win in the Valley View, he tied the meet record for that meet, tied that record with 7 stakes wins in the meet, that short meet at Keeneland. The horse also, Admit, also ran a new course record for the mile, the new stakes record, I should say, for the mile, the Valley View, in 135.17 And by the way, when we're talking about Breeders' Cup, Admit is an offspring of Blame. And you remember Blame winning that dramatic Breeders' Cup Classic almost in the dark at Churchill Downs, beating Zenyatta. Remember that? Well, his offspring won that Valley View yesterday. And again, John Velasquez tying the all-time meet record for 7 stakes wins during the fall meet with this win. Finally, in the last race, Jose Ortiz got his second win of the day for Mark Casse, paying $5.88 all in all. Pick 6 at Keeneland, $41,501.76. At Belmont at Aqueduct yesterday, we had Joel Rosario and Ricardo Santana getting a couple of wins yesterday. Rosario won the second race for Todd Pletcher at $3.40, came back in the third race for Shug McGahee, paying $4.12. Santana got his first win for Philip Antonacci, paying $7.52 in the fourth race. And then in the sixth race, Jose Lezcano clicked for Linda Rice. Linda Rice's first win of the day was in the sixth race with Lezcano's horse, Crushed It, who did exactly what his name says it did. And by the way, that was Jonathan Hardoon's pick for us at Aqueduct. So Crushed It for Jonathan Hardoon, paying $8.66. Seventh race, Linda Rice came back with Kendrick Carmouche and paid $4.78. And then Linda Rice had a hat trick. She won her third race of the day in the ninth and final race when her horse dead heated for the win. Vintage Vino was that one, with Silvera aboard, paying $3.38 with the win dead heat of Complex Agenda, with Ricardo Santana's second win of the day for Tom Morley, and that paid $5.42. A dead heat in the last race at Belmont at Aqueduct. Pick 6 paid $8,989 and change. Finally, at Santa Anita, first race at Santa Anita, both Rich Eng and Jonathan Hardoon gave us that handicapper seal of approval. They both landed on the first race winner. That was Decoded Country for Alec Freysu's first win. I should say Antonio Freysu's first win, paying $4 even for Doug O'Neill. So congratulations, Jonathan and Richie swept the card yesterday with their picks. Second race, a wire-to-wire winner for Kazuchi Kamaro's first win for Steve Knapp, paying $6.20. Kamara came back with Steve Knapp again in the fourth race. Together, they got their second win of the day, paying $9.20. Juan Hernandez won for Bob Baffert in the fifth race, paying $6.40. Baffert ran first and third in that maiden race on the turf for older fillies and mares. Diego Herrera got his first win of the day in the sixth race for Craig Lewis, paying $10.40, and then came back in the seventh race for Leonard Powell and paid $14 even. And Antonio Freysu bookended the day with a win in the first and a win in the last. That last race winner for Carla Gaines paid $18.60. Pick 6 was an all-burger, believe it or not. There were only 2 horses that were alive to take down the entire Pick 6 pool yesterday in the ninth race. There was the 4-5 favorite that got beat, and this horse that won at $18. Pick 6 paid $28,888.20, and that's how it went yesterday, but we're looking ahead to today, so we're going to go to our first break, and when we come back, we're off to the races with our handicappers and your racing menu. Don't do it. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie, Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick six promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Let's get right to your racing menu for today. Remember, first post times are Pacific. If you're not in it, adjust to it so you don't miss anything. Like I miss Mom and Dad. We'll get started with the racing menu, and the first track up for grabs in the racing menu is Horseshoe Indianapolis. Big day of Horseshoe Indianapolis. It is the Indiana Breds Stakes Race Day. Okay? 7 thoroughbred races, 6 quarter horses, 5 thoroughbred Indiana Bred Stakes races, and 6 Indiana Bred Stakes races for quarter horses. A big day there. 13 races overall. First post time is at 8 a.m. for Horseshoe Indianapolis. Almost just about a half an hour away in that. And, of course, big races today for the Indiana Breds. Horseshoe Indianapolis. First post time is at 8 a.m. Following that comes Laurel Park. Laurel Park has a pick six jackpot carryover, $4,869. They have 12 races at Laurel. No stakes race today, but 12 races at Laurel. Full fields, too. Boy, wow. First post time is at 9:05. Next up comes Belmont at Aqueduct. Should be a beautiful day out there at the track at Belmont at Aqueduct today. 11 races. It is New York Bred Stakes Race Day at Belmont at Aqueduct. New York Bred Stakes races. There are 9 of them. Of the 11 race card, the Sleepy Hollow for 2-year-olds at a mile will be the first. The Hudson for 3-year-olds and up at 6.5 furlongs is the second. The New York Turf Sprint Championship is the third. The Maid of the Mist is the fourth. You got the Mohawk, the sixth. The Empire Distaff for the fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up is the seventh. That's the big race for the older fillies and mares. Field of 8 in that race. Bernie Takes Charge is the 5-2 lukewarm favorite there. The 8th race is the Iroquois, and the 9th race is the Ticonderoga. And the big race of the day, the $250,000 Empire Classic for the older horses, 3-year-olds and up at a mile and 1/8, will be the 10th race on the card. Big 7-5 favorite there is Iron Dome with Ricardo Santana. First post time on the New York Bred Stakes Race Day at Belmont at Aqueduct for their 11 races is at 9:10. 9:10 at Belmont at Aqueduct. Mahoning Valley has 10 races, and it's the Ohio Bred Stakes races there at Mahoning Valley today. The Best of Ohio Stakes. 10 races, 5 of them $100,000 stakes races at Mahoning Valley. Mahoning Valley also has a pick six jackpot carryover of $3,215. Their first post time is at 9:15. Next up comes Gulfstream Park. 11 races. The feature race is the Deer Peggy Stakes. The Deer Peggy Stakes, the 9th race on the card. Gulfstream's pick six jackpot carryover, $49,489. First post time Gulfstream for their 11 races set at 9:50. 9:50 there. Keeneland closing day. Everything goes out the door today. Mandatory payoffs at Keeneland today and all the pools. 10 races, 3 stakes races today at Keeneland. The first one is the Bowman Mill. That'll be the 6th race on the card. The Bowman Mill for 2-year-olds at 6 furlongs. Expected to scratch out of the race as outfielder, but that'll leave a field of 6. 9-5 favorite there is Spun DMC with Iret Ortiz Jr. Then the Bryan Station, a mile on the turf for 3-year-olds, is the 8th race for $600,000, an overflow field of 15. And in this race, the lukewarm favorite in this race, believe it or not, is set at 9-2 on the morning line. So it's a wide open event. That is Gio Coso in the Bryan Station. And then the $350,000 Fayette for 3-year-olds and up at a mile and 1/8, a field of 11, a good competitive field of 11, by the way, too. In this race, the morning line favorite at 3-1 is Bracket Buster with John Velasquez aboard. 10 races today at Keeneland. First post time at Keeneland today is at 10 a.m. Don't forget, mandatory payoffs on everything at Keeneland today. Their Super High Five has a carryover, and it's a mandatory payoff today at Keeneland of $23,820. Woodbine is next, 11 races. Their feature race is the Eternal Search Stakes. That'll be the 9th on the card. Woodbine's Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $95,035. And their Super High Five jackpot carryover, $38,456. First post time at Woodbine, 10:05. Santa Anita. First post time is 1 o'clock at Santa Anita. A couple of stakes races there, the Twilight Derby and the Tokyo City Cup. The Tokyo City Cup at a mile for 3-year-olds and up will be the second race on the card. Just 4 horses in this race. And the Twilight Derby at a mile and 1/8 on the turf for 3-year-olds in the 5th race only has 5 in it. Anemic fields today at Santa Anita. First post time is at 1 o'clock today at Santa Anita. Pick 6 carryovers, forget that. The $7,336, I don't understand that. No. Okay, we will move ahead. I don't know why the Equibase has a pick 6 carryover there. It is not today at Santa Anita. Okay, Delta Downs, 9 races. First post time is at 2:45. Charlestown has 8 races, and their first post time is at 4 p.m. Charlestown does have a carryover in their pick 6 jackpot, $54,339. 8 races, first post time 4 p.m. Remington Park has 9 races. Their first post time is also at 4 p.m. And then we wrap it up at Los Alamitos in Southern California, where they have 10 races, 2 thoroughbreds, 3 mixed breed, 5 quarter horse races. That's the 10 race card tonight at Los Alamitos, and a first post time of 6 p.m. There you have it. Let's go to Jonathan Nardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. By the way, that pick 6 carryover you were talking about
The
at Santa
Sunset.
Anita for it's a sunset pick
yeah.
6. $7,000. That's what they got in that pool yesterday.
Yeah, the Sunset.
Obviously,
They don't identify it as they should on Equibase for the customers, but that's another case. But anyhow, that is the Sunset 6. $7,330. That's it.
that's it, and it's a dollar bet too, and obviously not working out well yet. But tomorrow's the last day, so they'll resume it, I guess, when they get back to Santa Anita and when they start the Gulfstream Championship.
Yeah. Who cares about that? Come on, give me a break. I mean, it's not a successful bet, but it's there. All right, here's the news. Here's the one that we're going to talk about, but we do have we have a short period of time. There is a lawsuit that's been filed against CAW. The suit says the plaintiffs have conspired to divert money from the betting pools to the CAW, to the defendants, and away from the non-privileged average bettor. That's you and me. Okay, this lawsuit was filed in New York. It claims that as a result of this scheme, the betting pools are not being operated lawfully as pari-mutuel wagering and have become illegal gambling operations, end quote. A New York law firm has filed this class action lawsuit in federal district court, alleging that the companies in racing, such as Churchill Downs, New York Racing Association, and Stronach people, First Bet, have engaged in a criminal scheme to conspire with the operators of the CAWs and their teams to defraud other bettors. Strong language here. The lawsuit, which was filed in the Eastern District, U.S. District Court in New York on Friday, lists as single plaintiffs a gentleman named Ryan Dickey, who I guess he's the one that started the class action suit, described as a current resident of Colorado who wagered about $100 per week. So he only wagered $100 a week, and he's laying the lawsuit on him. And at the time he said we made those wages, he was living in Kentucky. The lawsuit alleges that the computer-assisted wagering, which has comprised a significant portion of betting on the U.S. horse races for 2 decades, has resulted in the transfer of billions to a small group of bettors and the operators of the racetracks and the betting platforms. The defendants in the case include racing companies Churchill, NYRA, and the Stronach Group, along with various bet processing entities associated with the groups. What say you?
I say good for them. Why not? If they could, do it, do it. They're going to expose what's going on, and the more exposure, that this gets, the better it is for the players. It's going to be interesting because, as one of our people in the chat room, a fellow named Jeff, who's just as sharp as a tack, he says, wait till they have to expose their disclosure. We're going to find out everything that's been going on. I don't think the tracks are going to want to do that. So I'm sure they're going to try to figure something out and settle it before. But again, any positive thing that could help the players, let's go for it.
Well, all I could say is, this comes at a peculiar time because we got this scandal going on in pro sports with
people out of gambling business
with the NBA, and now we got this just before the Breeders' Cup. You wonder how strategically placed these events become. But in any case, I'm glad to see they're doing something about it. And all we want to do is, get it all out in the open, figure it out. If it's a crime, serve the penalty. If it's not a crime, explain to the people why it isn't, and let's move on with it. But we need integrity in this business. But as you know, horse players are the most resilient people in the world, even knowing that this was going on by many horse players, and like you and me, are still betting on these races. There was an old joke that somebody told a guy at the racetrack. He says, these races are fixed. He said, yeah, I know they are, but I'm just trying to figure out which fixed horse is going to win the race.
He's handicapping the fixed horses.
Yeah. I mean, that's a joke, though, folks.
Yes.
But I hate to see that.
It makes sense and it's true. I hate to tell you.
I hate to see this cloud over racing just before getting into the Breeders' Cup. The Breeders' Cup week, which is going to be such a fantastic event, and I don't think there'll be any shenanigans going on in the Breeders' Cup. I will have to remember the last one that happened with the fixed. Pick six things when they invaded the computers. Yeah, when they invaded the computers. But that was a couple of decades ago in Florida. Anyhow,
Belmont. It happened at Belmont, right?
It happened to Belmont? I thought it happened at.
I think it was.
I thought it happened.
Maybe.
Whatever the case, it happened during the Breeders' Cup. All right. Enough said about that because that's going to be an ongoing story. But I had to get it in on today. You and Richie did a great job. You swept yesterday. And we got to build up that Breeders' Cup bankroll. So what are we doing today?
All right, so let's go to the third race today at Belmont at Aqueduct. It's 6 furlongs on the outer turf course. And I like the number 3 horse in here, Run Curtis Run. This is a 6-year-old from the Red Hot Mike Maker barn. Dylan Davis aboard to ride. 2 wins at the distance, 2 wins at Belmont at Aqueduct. The race sets up well for him. The price is right. Number 3, Run Curtis Run, 8-1 on the morning line. Upsets and wins today's third race out at Belmont Park.
All right, that third race at Belmont at Aqueduct today is one of the New York bred stakes races. It's the New York Turf Sprint Championship at 6 furlongs on the outer turf course. And you like the 3 horse Run Curtis Run. Oh, boy, we hope he does. Right to the winner's circle. Number 3 in the third race. Easy to remember at the Big A. Where are we going next?
Let's go to Santa Anita, look at race number 6. And by the way, Ralph, what a horrible, horrible card for a Santa Anita on a Saturday, to be honest with you. I mean, 4 and 5 horse races and stake races. Well, the 6th race today, 7 horse field. I love the number 2 horse in here, Drop 'em. This is a 3-year-old colt from the Felix Rondon barn. Kyle Frey aboard to ride. Draw a line through his last race on the turf. He goes back to the dirt today. Second time Lasix. This is a single for me in my late pick 5. Number 2, Drop 'em, wins today's 6th race out at Santa Anita.
All right, that 6th race today at Santa Anita is one of the 2 races that they have this new ratings system for entries. You know, how these are the ratings races that if you rate in a certain that
they invented last week and they threw it on everybody.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one I think that goes from 70 to 79 or something in the ratings. And this, by the way, this horse that you picked has a rating number of 79. Okay, he's got the highest rating number in the race. Number 2, Drop 'em. in the 6th race, but this is one of those 2 rating races. The 7th race is another rating race. And I don't know if doing this rating system is their answer to trying to build up the fields, because if it is, it didn't work, because this race has 7 in it and the other ratings race has 6 in it. So
yeah, because most people don't even know what they mean, including me. I mean, you know.
But
Whatever.
John Lindo on his sheet did put the ratings number on for the folks out there. But in any case, those are the 2 ratings races. But you like number 3. Drop them in that 6th race.
Number 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Number 2. Number 2, drop them in the 6th race. Number 2, drop them in the 6th race. The highest rated horse on the ratings.
By a point. By a point.
By a point in that race. Okay, I would ask for a pick at Keeneland, but I already know that you're boycotting Keeneland for the rest of the meet because you because of
I got caught too many times there, and the last one just hurt too bad. So it's only my own personal. I'm not telling anyone else to boycott. If you want to play, play.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is you're not going to give a pick out there, but you do have a sheet for Keeneland today, folks. But I am going to press him a little, not making an official pick. But the Fayette for 3-year-olds and up is an interesting field of horses, because you got a horse that you liked in the past, Anna Marie, in it. Bracket Buster is the morning line favorite with a stakes hot riding jockey, John Velasquez. You've got Dragoon Guard, who is a horse that's coming up and is going to be competitive. And you got Gosker in the race as well, and Hit Show. So we know these are not like the top horses that are going to go to the Breeders' Cup, but these are very competitive horses in the second kind of rung, we'd say. How do you see this, Fayette?
I actually love a horse in there, Ralph. Unfortunately, I can't bet it, but I do love it. I like the 10 horse, Gosker. You've been on this horse for a while, Ralph.
Yeah.
Well, today's the day he's going to actually win. He ran huge the last 2 starts back at Monmouth. The last race at Parks, again, not everybody likes that track. It's a tricky surface. I think number 10, Gosker, is just going to beat this group.
Okay. So here's the deal, folks. We can't make it his official pick because we want to honor his boycott. He loves the horse, but will not bet it. But he's given it to us, and that is number 10, Gosker, in the 9th race, the Fayette at Keeneland. Oh, Jonathan.
Listen, Ralph, I got 50 other races across the country today that I could find a 9-2 shot in. It doesn't have to be Keeneland.
All right, but we're going to play it, you know.
And I want him to win.
Yeah. Okay, in any case, Jonathan, without any prejudice, has a full sheet of handicapping for Santa Anita, for Belmont at Aqueduct, and yes, folks, even for Keeneland if you want to get them. And where are they going to get them?
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph.
All right.
Stay safe.
Now, you know what you got to do today, don't you?
Well, I don't know what. Tell me.
Start packing your bags because you'll be here next week.
Done already. Thank you.
All right, you got it, my man. Thanks a lot. We continue on this Saturday Race Day show with Rich Eng coming up next, and he's got a college football pick for us as well as more winners after the sweep of 2 yesterday. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans.
Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you.
Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Get weekly football winners from Alex White, Chris Andrews, and Vinny Malulo.
I did take the dog 3.5.
I'm going to stay with the Colts here. That's definitely going to be one of my plays.
If the Bears have turned the corner, they have to take care of business in this game.
Yes.
Tune in for behind-the-book perspectives you won't find anywhere else.
Well, if you're looking to bet the under, you're going to get a better number.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
I know if it hits 7, don't blink. Maybe that's what bettors are waiting for.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Is there a way to bet against both teams?
Get your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, Richie, couple of nice winners yesterday for us from you. And, of course, you were the first half, the top half of the Siraco play yesterday. And so we're trying to build up our Breeders' Cup bankroll, that's for sure. And we were talking about the World Series that started yesterday. I was saying that the Dodgers were a big favorite. But I got to tell you, Toronto came with a roar yesterday, scoring an immense amount of runs on the Dodgers, and the first time in World Series history that a pinch hitter hit a home run. Wow. Did they come out smoking?
Yeah, if you're a Dodger fan or a Dodger backer, I mean, that 9-run rally knocked the stuffing out of Los Angeles. Blake Snell was not nearly as sharp as he was in prior postseason starts. But, the thing about Tampa, that was as advertised, Ralph, they were the team that struck out the least in Major League Baseball. They put the ball in play more than any other team, and you could see it yesterday. They were there was a stat up there saying that they fouled off like 25 pitches, which is no small feat. But they didn't strike out much, and they put the ball in play. And when you play like Willie Keeler, hit them where they ain't, you're going to pile up some hits and some runs.
Yeah, you said Tampa, but I know you meant Toronto. But
I'm sorry, Toronto. Yeah.
Here's the thing: when you hit that many foul balls out of the play, you really start wearing down the pitcher, and I think that happened too. And it was a big win for Toronto, that's for sure. We'll wait and see if the Dodgers can bounce back after that shocker yesterday. In any case, you have a college football pick for us today.
Yeah, it's kind of an off-the-wall game in the fact that, Ralph, we're about halfway through the season, and the line makers for college football, now they've got 6-7 games under their belt. These teams are pretty known factors, so it's harder to find what I think is a good value game, but I think I got one. It's game number 199-200. It's Florida Atlantic against Navy. Now, these are teams that I've actually had a chance to see on television. Navy runs the option like the other service academies, Air Force and Army. So they run the football. They usually win time of possession, and they're difficult to stop for teams that don't play against this kind of option. But Florida Atlantic, I've watched them play. They throw the ball. They have like a wide open air raid offense. They throw the ball on almost every down and then rush up to the line of scrimmage for the next play. And they're a 14-point underdog. And Navy has one of the worst pass defenses in college football. I think Florida Atlantic can sneak in under the number and maybe sprinkle a little on the money line just in case. But Florida Atlantic, plus 14 over Navy in a high-scoring game.
All right, you got it. Florida Atlantic plus 14 over Navy in one of the games kind of off on the side, but nevertheless, it pays the same when you win them, that's for sure. All right, well, Richie, let's keep the mojo going from yesterday and build on the two winners yesterday. Where are we going with the pick?
Yeah, and as soon as they cross the finish line with that 7-Eleven exacta for 52, I sent you a text, Ralph.
Yeah.
Because usually what I do with Siraco plays, I'll bet $20 exacta boxes, and John and I hit one about a week ago that paid $30-something, and then we get this one for $52.
Yeah.
So you hit a couple like that.
That $20 one got you over $1,000. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. In any case, where are we going first? Because I know you got two picks.
Yeah, Keeneland Race 10 is mile and an eighth, maiden special weight on the turf. Let's go with the one horse, Chambersville, Kenny McPeak. This horse had run in New York twice, and the last race was pretty good. Picks up I read Ortiz, saves ground, angles out, 1. Chambersville in the 10th.
All right, 10th and final race at Keeneland, number 1. Hopefully he's that way at the finish line as well, number 1 in the 10th. And I know you got a selection at Santa Anita.
Race 1 at Santa Anita. It's 1 mile on the turf. Let's go with another one horse, Willet T. This horse ran a huge race last time out under Fresu, and I think this horse can run right back, maybe even improve a little bit. 1, Willet T, race 1.
First race, Santa Anita. Post time is 1 o'clock Pacific time. In the first race, you like the 1, Willet T. Willet T in the 1 in the first race. So you got number 1 in the last at Keeneland, number 1 in the first at Santa Anita. and you've got everything in between with two Rich Eng selections. Your reports, you got a Santa Anita sheet and a Keeneland sheet today at racedaylasvegas.com. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
You got it, my man. Okay, we'll take our final break when we come back. John Lindo in Southern California. Let's see if he had any update on early workouts this morning at Del Mar for the Breeders' Cup. And, of course, Jerry Jackowitz as well. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Let's go down to where all the action is in Southern California by Del Mar, where John Lindo is standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my man. Activity on the track this morning?
Lots going on today. Got a chance to see Sovereignty gallop and Journalism. They both galloped. I tell you, Journalism looks the picture of health. First time really get a good look at Sovereignty. There's a lot of horse there. Big, stout horse with a he's carrying a lot of conditioning. He went over the track really well. He will work on Monday at Del Mar. The most interesting work today, Ralph, was up at Santa Anita. Nisos just worked 5/8 of a mile. I don't have a time on him, but the interesting thing is that he actually went to the training track first and backtracked and jogged a mile, and then he went to the main track to work.
Wow.
So that is not the usual MO for Bob Baffert, but interesting. He got a real long warm-up before he went out to work today.
Well, I got news for you. That's not a normal MO for 99% of all the trainers out there. That's unusual to do a warm-up on one track and go to the other one for the workout. That is. And, of course, we understand that Journalism will be working tomorrow at Del Mar, and Jose Ortiz, after he's done at Keeneland today, will be flying out to Southern California to actually work Journalism tomorrow at Del Mar, right?
Right. Jose will take the red eye tonight, get out to Del Mar in the morning, and he will work Journalism. He'll be the first time aboard, one time to get a feel for the horse before the Breeders' Cup Classic.
That's great. Now, John, you were just as important as Richie for that Siraco play, because you don't run second, we don't hit it, and it's the typical Las Vegas number of 7-11, so that worked out. You've got two Lindo reports right now available here at the South Point, covering all of Santa Anita and all of Keeneland. Got to remind everybody that Keeneland is closing day at Keeneland, so it's mandatory payoffs on everything, but full Lindo reports for both those racetracks right now, only in one place in Las Vegas. That is here at the South Point Racebook. Two complete Lindo reports, and they're free of charge, complimentary, because they love horse players here, that's for sure. And, of course, you have those suggested late pick fours, along with those picks and all the goodie information as well. John, well, we can get to some winners now.
Let's go to that ninth race at Keeneland, the Fayette Stakes. And I like the older horse, number 9, Dragoon Guard, in there. Yes, he has to beat the 3-year-olds Gosker and Bracket Buster, but he came back to his best form last time at Churchill Downs. And when this horse gets good, he rattles off wins. He actually won 4 in a row earlier in his career. So I think he'll maintain that form. He's got tactical speed, and I just think he's getting back to his best right now. 7-2 on the program. Number 9, Dragoon Guard, race number 9 at Keeneland.
You know, John, that is going to be definitely an exacta bet for me because I do like Dragoon Guard as well as you do. And you've got the 9 in that race, Dragoon Guard, at 7-2. That's the 9th race. The 9, that's your official pick. But then, you know, I dragged a pick out of Jonathan Ardoon, and he likes Gossiger. So I have an unofficial exacta box. Unofficial exacta box in that race. The 9, 10, 10, 9, but your play is the 9 Dragoon Guard, a horse that I think is going to be very good. And let's put him in the winner's circle as well. The 9 in the 9th race, the Fayette at Keeneland. Now we'll go to Santa Anita, the anemic card at Santa Anita.
Yeah, that's being nice, Ralph. This is one of the least appealing Saturday cards at Santa Anita that I can ever remember, and that's just being honest. I'm in the same race as Richie again, but you can't play an exacta box. We're on the same horse. Race number 1, horse number 1, Willa T. I like the way she came off the layoff to win, and she went wire to wire that day. There's no speed in this first race again. From the inside, she probably controls the race. And if you can get 7-2 on this card, I think you take it. Number 1, Willa T. Race number 1 at Santa Anita.
Well, and I want to explain that too. Now, this first race has only 6 horses in it. Here are the morning line odds: 9-5, 9-2, 8-1, 6-1, 3-1, and 7-2. That 7-2, if we get that horse home a winner, represents more than just a $9 payoff. Certainly, not only in the race itself, but in the exotics. So, number 1, Willa T. Is another good housekeeping handicapper seal of approval, folks. Both John and Richie land on the 1 horse in the first race, Santa Anita. Of course, 1 o'clock post time. We could use that as a singleton in the early pick 5. And John, again, you have 2 full sheets today, Santa Anita and Keeneland here at the South Point Racebook. And like I told Jonathan, I'm telling you as well, pack your bags, buddy, because you're coming up here early next week to join us here on set. And with all the festivities here for the Breeders' Cup, that starts on Thursday with the Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup special show at 3 p.m. only on the YouTube streaming network. You, Jonathan, and our other handicappers as well will be all on set talking about the Breeders' Cup, that's for sure. And John, I'm sure you'll take a look at all of those workouts that'll happen after we go off the air and talk about them on your show maybe later on today.
Yeah, we'll go over those things. Baez had just worked with Hector Barrios on there. He looked very good going down the lane of Santa Anita. Try and get a final time, and we'll update everything we can at Thoroughbred LA. You can listen to it at thoroughbredla.com from 9 to 10 this morning.
Got it. Thanks a lot, John. We are now going to go to Mr. Jerry Jackowitz, who we have been pushing time, so we got about a minute and a half for Jerry. I know that most of the time when we get Jerry on the show, he doesn't have much to say anyhow for us, so we'll get right to the picks today, Jerry.
All right, let's get right to the picks, Ralph. Let's go to the 6th at Aqueduct. We have number 2, George Briggs from Chad Brown's barn. Really looks like a nice horse. Take the 2 over the 138, small reverses, 138 over the 2. We're all about the 2 in race number 6.
Well, Jerry, you know, all I can say is when you need to do it fast, you do. 2 over 136 and reverse, correct?
Correct.
And that's in the
you
6th.
say that all the time, Ralph.
Yeah, in the
that must be true.
In the 6th race, the Mohawk Stakes, the 2 over 136 and reverse at Belmont at Aqueduct, Santa Anita.
Yeah. By the way, I have a star horse in the first race that isn't Willa T, so you might have a nice little Siraco type play if you get the power pages.
I think I will do that. You're right. You do. Okay.
Let's go to the 7th. I got Spicy Bug, the 6th horse for Mike McCarthy. Ricardo Gonzalez up. Love the horse. 6 over the 123, small reverses.
Okay, 6 over 123 at Santa Anita. The 6 over 123 at Santa Anita, and that's in the 7th race at Santa Anita. Don't forget Jerry J's power pages for all of Santa Anita and all of Belmont at Aqueduct available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. And you got to get them, folks, because the pop-out keys, the stars, and the V's are worth getting it, I'm telling you. And good promo that you got a star horse and a pop-out key in the first today at Santa Anita. We're done with the show today, but we've got a lot to do starting next week and tomorrow as well. Enjoy the races today. Say it, Jerry.
Have a great race day, everybody.